Okay, we're finally done setting this thing up. Now you want to take over.
Hi, my name is... Wait, are we going with our real names? Should we say Anne, really?
Yes, just...
Oh, have you introduced yourself?
I've introduced myself.
As Anna.
Yes. You say your first name. We don't need to know your last name. I don't actually want them to know my last name, so don't reveal your last name. Well, we have the same last name.
How about you go first?
Alright.
Yeah, you go first, yeah.
Alright, fine.
Go
So,
first.
this video is to introduce my friend Anne, who's really enthusiastic about this thing that I've come up with, that we came up with together. We're making this little segment because, you know, she's too lazy to make her own YouTube account, but she doesn't.
Just as a side
she's
project,
embarrassed.
so
She's
I'll have
embarrassed.
something to do during the
She's
summer.
embarrassed. So after the summer, you're gonna leave me, aren't you?
No.
Alright.
This segment here is going to be dedicated to book reviews, mainly movie reviews and other reviews of other sort of like activities that we've done or we will be doing, and just, you know, letting everybody know our thoughts and feelings.
If if we do it, but we will do it.
We will do it. Anna here suggested the name AB squared,
AB, because
our initials.
Our initials. All through
AB.
high school. Through high school, we had the same initials.
Yeah, we still do.
I'm Anna and she's Anne. We both have the same surname.
Yeah.
And so AB squared sounded cool. So yeah, we watched Les Mis together last night.
Well, as a movie,
You move in a little.
it didn't really speak to me. And as a musical, I expected to speak to me, but it didn't really speak to me either, so...
She's so heartless. You
I'm
know what
not
she said?
heartless, I'm so sorry.
Fantine was dying, and you know what she was whispering? She was going, "Is she dead yet? Is she dead yet? She's dead, right?"
I'm sorry, people, but, you know,
I was
the movie...
like, that was one of the only parts that I got teary at, and then she was going, it didn't touch me.
Well, the movie was really long, and I have to stress the word really, like, exceptionally long. 2 hours and 38 minutes. I felt a little bit sort of like anxious towards the middle just to get out of there.
I looked it up though. The intermission, you know, where they were singing One Day More. After that was the intermission. Theater musicals, they have a break. This thing, it did not have a break, so
yeah,
she couldn't take it.
I couldn't take it. There was just a lot of water in me, and it needed to get out, and I just couldn't wait for the movie to finish.
So what parts did you like?
I think I liked sort of like, you know, two-thirds of the movie where the fighting started and Marius started, you know, appeared for the first time. You know, all the action. Not so much the love story, but the action and, you know,
love story.
all the patriotism and, you know, the fighting.
Want to talk about the love story?
Yes, let's talk about the love story.
Oh my god! Yeah, the love story. Like, I get now.
Much of the love story.
People were saying they don't like adult Cosette a lot because she doesn't do anything, and she didn't.
She didn't do much. She was the reason why Marius didn't die for his country, because her father saved him so that, you know, he would be able to look after Cosette.
Oh right. I
So
didn't think
yeah.
about it that way. Yeah. So that. But like they were more shallow than Romeo and Juliet. And Romeo and Juliet have always been really shallow in my opinion. They saw each other and then they saw each other again and then like they kissed.
Yeah.
And then they left away and then they had the balcony scene.
Yeah, so at least
and then
2 or 3 interactions, right?
Yeah, and this one was like they
2 seconds. Literally 2 seconds.
They saw each other in the street. That was one.
Yeah.
The second time he saw her as
the scene in the garden.
in the garden.
Yeah.
And all they was doing
and they were telling each other how much they loved each other already.
Not even. They were telling each other their names, and he was like,
yeah.
"I don't know what to say." And then she said, "Then what was it? Then say no words." Her voice was very high, so you wouldn't be able to make it out. Should we address the elephant in the room? The elephant in the room is their singing. How do you think? What was your opinion of the voices? Because I listened to the CD, the soundtrack before, and it was like, it wasn't impressive to me, but it actually goes well in the movie.
So I sort of like, coming into the movie, I had this bias that the scene was going to be really bad. So, you know, with the exception of Anne Hathaway singing and
She's not a professional critic, just to say that.
Yeah, just to say
In
that.
case she offends you. I thought they were pretty good, except, you know, Russell Crowe, I think he's more like, his voice was too forced. Too forced.
Oh, okay.
Forced.
Yeah.
And Marius, he is not the voice Marius should have had. It was all like, kind of like...
He was very high-pitched.
You're supposed...
Was he supposed to be all sort of like deep and...
No, he was supposed to be like tenor. Like a tenor voice. It's like tender, you're supposed to fall in love with the voice, but like his voice was kind of like nasally. And Cosette, I was uncomfortable when she sang. Like she goes high, but it's like weak high. You know, like Eponine, like she could sing well.
Yeah, she could
like,
sing well.
Maybe they just didn't cast Cosette very well. Like they could have gotten, you know how easy would have gotten like another blonde girl who could sing really, really well. She's not like a poor choice, but like her voice is still just a bit weak in what, you know, Cosette is supposed to sound like. But you know. But
for someone who doesn't do much in the movie, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's a good. Yeah. When it comes down to it, so yeah.
And I hated her character. Every time she said something, I was like, "Shut up!"
Really?
Shut up!
What's with all the hatred?
They just came back. All his friends are dead, and she was going, "We're getting married.
Well,
I love you."
I suppose she was trying to cheer him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 30 seconds before he was talking about unspoken grief, and then 30 seconds later she was telling him how they were going to get married and stay together, and then he got all happy, you know. And
they're both pretty unpopular in the.
Yeah.
They're both pretty unpopular. Talking characters now. You think of like. First, I can't say that.
What's his name? I don't even remember his name.
So yeah, let's talk about him. Well, he's an interesting character. He's more like black and white morality, isn't it?
Yeah, very, very black and white.
Like he's not
extremely by the book.
Yeah, so it's you can't label him as the bad guy because he just like follows protocol like really
to the T.
Yeah, to the T. So that's why
not very flexible, too rigid for my taste.
Remember when he was in the duel and he was saying that I was raised in the gutter?
Yeah.
Maybe that was like a part of it because like he was like that and then he got this authority and then he just wanted to follow it. Because he saw his black and white thing, he just automatically took Valjean as like a criminal,
bad guy, despite
as in like black.
Yeah.
And then like when he showed him sympathy and stuff, he felt got confused.
Yeah.
Like it's like defect. It's a defect.
Yeah, he messed up his sort of like, you know,
his system.
Yeah,
and it was too much.
His personal values, I guess.
His death was pretty much because in the musical they just say that he drowns after jumping in, but you heard a crack.
Yeah.
They put it in a crack, so we
saw the scene.
They made sure that you know there was no chance he was still alive. I think that's it. We can only fit in a maximum of 15 minutes. Which I don't think we'll do.
Well, yeah, probably.
I think we'll cut out like a majority of it.
Yeah, so this is just our very first time doing this.
Yeah, we're aiming for like 5 minutes. Our official stuff, like official reviews on stuff. Mm-hmm. This is like ramblings. Ramblings can be 15 minutes long for all we care.
but don't make this our very first intro video. We're rambling.
This isn't rambling because she introduced it. This is like intro plus Les Mis.
Yeah,
Les Mis rambling. Right. So you want to close it off?
No, you can close it off. How do we close it off? Thanks for listening.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. No. All right.
Okay. So pretty much the movie overall, not her taste. I liked it. She's not the musical type, so I wouldn't expect her to really like it that either.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I expected to come out feeling really, really sad and traumatized because she told me so.
Well, people died. A lot of people died.
Yeah, well, a lot of people died in, 2012, the movie, but... anyways, she's gonna kill me.
Would you see the stage musical?
Maybe, possibly.
It's coming in April, I think. For people who love the musical, they would love this as well. People who are not used to musicals, watching a film version of it first might be a bit too much.
I probably wouldn't go and see it again, so if you're not into musicals, I probably wouldn't recommend it.
If you like musicals, this is like one of the biggest musicals of all time. So, people who, have a little bit more heart the end here. I'm gonna
Our
save her.
newbie.
I'm gonna save her the you know, the embarrassment.
Yes.
I'll just turn it off now. Okay.